So we are on to block number 9 of the Barnstar Sampler Sew Along. And this block is called the Pony Star. So the only thing different with this one is we are not making flying geese, but we're going to make a lot of half square triangles. So that's easy enough. Yeah. But the block looks like this. Okay. Now it looks almost easy. And that means if you are advanced quilter or intermediate, it's easy to make a mistake because of how the the half square triangles are pointed. Okay. And if you're a beginner, you will have to be on your A game. This is achievable for everyone because I am going to take you step by step of how to sew this block. Hello friends, my name is Kate and today we are sewing block number 9 of the Barnstar Sampler Quilt Sew Along. It's a mouthful. So let me take you step by step on how this block is going to be sewn. Now, let me show you what it looks like in the book. Okay, this is what it looks like in the book. This is the block. Let me show you where it's going to go in the quilt. Okay, in the quilt is going to go right here. It's going to go over here. See how it's the smaller blocks are adding color to the actual quilt. The only thing that I'm doing different is I'm using more of a modern colors and modern fabric to do my, not that hers isn't, but um my color choices and my fabric choices are a little bit different, but still keeping to the true colors of the quilt. Okay, let me show you my cut out. Oops, sorry. Let me show you my cut out pieces that I've already done ahead of time. These are my cutout pieces that I've already done ahead of time. So let me explain. For step A and B, I'm going to omit that step because it's asking us to cut a certain size of a square and another certain size of square to make a half square triangle. Now I have half square triangles, HSD, are a simple thing to do. And I've done that ahead of time. I've cut it out and I have ironed or pressed, whatever. I have pressed it and this is what it looks like. Okay. So I've cut out my other pieces and this is my center for this block. So with that being said, I'm going to start sewing this block. This is step number 1 of making the corner units. And that's that half square triangle that I told you all about. So that's done. I'm going to put it to the side right there. Okay. And then the next step within the making the corner units wants us to take um, the same half square triangle, and this is where it gets a little tricky. So I'm going to lay it out on the table so y'all can see it. So it wants us to take our D piece, and just a little transparency, y'all. I wanted to use this purple so bad and I didn't have enough. So I ended up going into my scrap that I thought I wasn't going to use. And I just went on ahead and pieced it together and then cut it to the size that I need. And you literally cannot tell. So if you don't have enough fabric and you've, I don't know, cancel the fabric that you didn't think you're going to need because it was so little and it was less than an inch or 2 inches or whatever. So I just pieced it together to get what I need and I got right size. So because I was bent on using this fabric. So anyways, just a little side note. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it like this. And I'm going to take my half square triangle. I'm going to put it like this. And I'm going to take another half square triangle, face it like that, kind of like a 4-patch. Okay. And then I'm going to take my C piece. I'm going to put it like this. Okay. I'm going to sew, you see how that looks? I'm going to sew this to this, this to this, and then I'm going to make it a 4-patch. So this is why I said you have to be on your A game when you do this, because it seems so easy, but then at the same time, you can't make a mistake rather easily because it's easy. And then um, this block is to me, if I were to just, I don't know, say my opinion, I feel like this block it's a little busy, but at the end it came out okay. So let's sew. I am going to pin just so I can get my points to match. This is done, and this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to do all 4, then I will go press, and then I'm going to do it again like this, 2, like this. You're going to put this like that, and we are going to put, so whatever fabric you've chosen, I've kind of like trying to avoid a lot of colors, and so I just have this 3 primary colors for me, so I don't like confuse myself, because this block, like I said, it's a little busy. So let me just go on ahead and sew here. Okay, and again I am going to press. I'm not pressing open, I'm pressing to the side per the pattern, and I'm going to pin in the middle so I can get my points to at least, you know, behave or look decent. So how is everybody doing tonight, or today rather? And we are almost halfway done with this entire quilt. I think I'm kind of blazing through the making of it, because I am the type of person, I am very type A personality. I like to get something, I like to start something and get it done, right? So that's why I can't do a so long that's going to last for however many months, because by the end of that so long, I am already done. I'm like, um, I am, I don't want to say it gets old, but I get bored. Like I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of done. So I just like, if I'm doing a so long, I will probably like wait until almost the end and then start, and then just kind of finish, because I can't do, oh, once a month or once a week. So I just kind of wait through the middle, and I just kind of start and kind of like blaze through it, because the longer it takes for me, the more I'm just like, oh my gosh, can I just get it done already? Because I have a I have a very type A personality, and I think that's common in a lot of nurses. Like we kind of get it done, you know. So that's why I'm kind of doing this, so y'all can kind of see my process. But I'm not taking months and months and months. It's kind of like I try to get it out once a week, so you guys can, if you're sewing along, can kind of like, okay, this is what it looks like. This is a tutorial to do it in case you are having a hard time, and it will be there for you. And at the same time, I can also get it done for myself. So that way, I can start on something different, because, you know, when you're creative, you're creative. What can you say, right? What can I say? And I'm trying really hard not to have this pointing the wrong way, because I don't want to visit Jack today. So I don't have time for Jack. And this is our last piece. Okay. Like this. So by now you should already have the gist on how and how things are going to go. Always make your lighter, whatever color choice you choose, put your lighter right here, and your darkers right here. For me, it's pink, and so just like that. So you don't confuse yourself, because like I said, this block it's a nice block, but it's a little bit busy. So now that all four of them are done, I'm going to press all this, and then we are done with this step. And the next step is going to be making the side unit. So I will come back and I'll sew that after this is pressed, okay? All four pieces are sewn and they are pressed, and we are done with this. So I'm going to put it to the side. So the next step to do is step 2 of making the side unit. So now we're going to sew the square in a square. I'm going to do the same color fabric here and then different color fabric on the bottom. And let's do that. And then take the same color fabric, sew it to the bottom, and then we'll have our square in a square. Okay. This square in a square is done. It is so small. So that's the same color right here and the same color right here. And then what we're going to do is the next step within step number 2. We're going to put the lighter fabric with the lighter color, and then we're going to take the printed fabric with the printed fabric. This is your H piece and this is your G piece. So we're going to sew them together. Okay. So both pieces are sewn on, and is asking, is telling you, or telling me rather, to press to this way and then press this way. So that's what I'm going to do now, and I'll bring it back. Now that we have the side pieces completed right here, I have all 4 of them completed, done. Okay, so the same method, you're going to sew a square in a square right here, and then you're going to sew your rectangle pieces to the like colors. Okay, so my rectangle pieces, the lighter colors right here and the printed colors right here, and my square in a square is in the middle. What we're going to do is put them together. Okay, so I have my design board here. I have my middle piece right here that I'm going to use for my center, and I'm going to put the side unit, and then I want you to put the light colors, the printed colors over touching the middle side. Okay, now notice that my let me move this machine like that. Notice that all this printed color, whatever color that you have chosen, will be inside, and your background fabric will be right here, because this right here is going to match with this. And if you flip it this way, right, it's easy because my colors are light. So that's why I say you have to be on your A game with this. And then the side units are going to come on like this and like this. Okay, see how it's a nice block, but it's easy to make a mistake. Okay, and then I'm going to put, oh yes, I still think I got it. Yeah, so I haven't sewn them yet. This is what it looks like as of right now. You see how these half square triangles are pointing this way, and these are going this way, and these are going this way, and these are going this way. I want to make sure that I get them right before I start sewing. And my birds or flamingo, like that. You see? So Now what I'm going to do is sew this, so this right here, so this right here, and this right here, and then join them all together. And then we'll sew on the side piece. It has a border that goes around the whole thing once you're done. And we'll do that too. Let me put this back. Still trying to make sure my pieces are right, because I do not want to make this thing over again or rip something out because I make a mistake. Now what I'm doing, I've already finger pressed all my sides, whichever, this one is going this way, this one is going this way, and this one is going this way. So what I'm going to do is pin them right here so I can meet my points and meet my seam so they will line up. Okay, this is the part that I truly do pin, because I've said over and over again to myself and to you guys that at least if everything else doesn't look right, the points, I try to make sure that they look halfway decent. And by halfway decent, I mean good enough for me. Good enough for me may be the same for you, or you may be one of those meticulous quilters. I am meticulous for me, and I try to do justice for these blocks. Okay, let's sew the other side. And again, I'm going to pin. So now that my block is done, right, we're going to sew on the side units. And then the side units are right here. They are really thin. My tip on this one is something I wish I'd have done when I was cutting the pieces. I wish I would have cut bigger, this piece bigger, and then trim to size, right? But I didn't. So I'm just gonna have to work with what I have. I cut to where it's supposed to be, and I would just sew this piece on very, very, very slow, because it can stretch. And I'm going to do that now so I can show you what it will look like with the borders sewn on. This is not my favorite part, but here we go. So now I'm going to make the other side. So both sides are sewn on. I'm like kind of scared to press it at this point, right? I'm gonna just finger press it away from the actual block. I'm gonna press it this way, and then I will sew the top piece on. I'm gonna finger press it with my fingers. So I don't want to press it with the iron and it stretch. So there you go. And then I'll sew this last piece, which is right like this. And again, I'm not stretching or pulling this strip of teeny tiny piece of fabric. Okay, I'm just gonna let the machine do its thing and glide it through. See, there you go. All right, here's the last part. Okay, I'm going to put this on. Okay. All right. All 4 borders are sewn on, right? And I'm going to press it now without moving my iron. And then this whole thing is done. So now I'm pressing the borders. I'm just putting my iron on it. Literally, I'm not moving it because I don't want to stretch it. Okay, I just take my iron, sit it on there, and not moving. And then I'm going to go to the back side, make sure my fabric lays right from the back side. And then I'm going to press it from the back. So that way I don't stretch this little teeny tiny strip of fabric. And as you can see, the back of this block, there is a lot of seams. And I did press, let me put this over here. I did press the middle part open. Let me show you in my board. Let me put this away. Okay. So the back of it, I'm just going to let you know this part right here, I pressed open. This part I pressed open right here and right here. And for everything else, I pretty much pressed to the side, right? And this is what our block look like, okay? And it wants us to use this fabric for the middle, like the corner piece in the middle, I guess, to pull it together. But you guys know how I am. I wasn't going to do that. I was just going to cut my own little piece and put it right here to give it some kind of interest and somewhere for your eyes to go and a little bit more fun. Okay. So this is my block. And just like that, our block is done. And see how the pink kind of softened the purple, and then this light purple in the middle. The pink just kind of like is faded to the background, but it's still present. And the purple is just kind of like drawing your eyes out. And at the same time, the middle part is adding a little bit of an interest to the middle. So I just want to give you that inspiration. And this is my other piece right here that I sewn off camera right here. They are both exact same. And so now this is the last block for the medium size. We've done the large blocks, medium blocks. And so now we're going to do the smaller blocks starting from block number 10. So this is block number 9, the pony star. And it's the last one for the medium. So now we're moving on to a smaller block, and it's going to make us make a little, like, not 2 anymore. We're going to make 3 this time. So, and I hope that this tutorial are making it a little bit easier to tackle, right? So, you know what I always say, guys? Um, oh, this is it from me to you. And now I've completed my block. You got to go make yours. So, with that being said, please don't forget to subscribe down below and like, share. That's all I ask, right? And I will see you in my next video.